Hey guys, Crypto here from cryptogasmic.com. I hope you're all having an amazing Friday, wherever you are. Sorry about the quality of the stream there at the moment. I'm actually in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. I've been up on the rooftop. It's absolutely beautiful and amazing up there today. Let me see if I can show you some photos of the office today. Let's have a look here. Hang on. I'll show you some photos of the office up there today. So that's it right there. That's the office today. So pretty nice kind of spot to be doing some trades from, to be brutally honest with you. Well, hang on, I'm not sure if you actually saw that. Let me, just having a bit of a chat with you while some people come online. We're going to go through the Bitcoin report. Let's try that again. All right, there we go. So we go over to there and yeah, there we go. That's the office for today. Beautiful place in Playa del Carmen. And that's why we're here to teach you financial freedom, how you can escape the job, live wherever you want to live. And crypto is an amazing place to do that. So I've just had to come down to the room because there's a bit of music up there. People are drinking some tequila. Girls are in the bikinis. It's a pretty good time up there right now. So I had to come back down to the room to do this scheduled thing for you guys. So I just want to Facebook user, looks cool, bro. I don't know who that is exactly. So we're going live on Facebook, Cryptogasmic Group. We're going live to all of the TradingView subscribers and also on YouTube. So I do have a little chat thing here where the chats pop up, but I'm not exactly sure whether it comes through from all platforms. So if I get your message, I'll definitely respond. And I think there's the TradingView chat here somewhere as well. Let me just see if I can find that, and then we'll get started. There we go. There it is, right? So if you're on TradingView, let me know. You can just drop a message here, say hi. If you're on Facebook, wherever you are, let me know. So basically the purpose of this, and for those of you who are new to these, I try to do these once a week. I didn't get one done last week. I've been traveling, a few personal things. But basically what we try to do is get people to understand that financial freedom is in your hands. And we can do it. Cryptocurrency trading is an amazing platform. I'm just going to plug my computer in here, guys, so the battery doesn't die. It's an amazing opportunity for us to, and especially this time that we're living in now, where they want us to be online, they don't want us to be going to an office, and so let's turn the darkness into some light, and let's make some money, And I walk the walk. I walk what I talk. Crypto trading is my livelihood. I lost my business earlier last year due to the COVID in the music business, so. It's amazing, and I'm here to mentor people and show people how you can create that lifestyle that you want and not have to do that shitty job that you want to do, and we can do it through crypto. So we're going to get started on this now. And now this is called the Bitcoin report, but what we're going to do is just spend half an hour, 45 minutes looking through Bitcoin, looking through a couple of the other coins, a little bit of educational things on how we go about it. If you got any questions, let me know. Simon is in the room, says good morning. Good morning, Simon. I'm not sure who these Facebook users are, but yo. Nice to see you all. You can post all your comments there, say hello. Looks like I'm getting them from Facebook and from YouTube. So if you want to join us, you can join us on cryptogasmic.com, grab a free membership, and we will upgrade you to a VIP status, which gets you all of the goodies on the website, which is the signals, the training videos, the live. I do daily market updates. We have a great VIP chat group where we talk and discuss trades all day long, and it's not a pump and dump. It's all about how to sustain trade properly to make a living and live the life you want to live. So let's get into it. We're going to start by looking at Bitcoin right now. I'm just going to move Right. Okay. So I can see the comments as they come through. So let's start having a look at Bitcoin. And I always like to look at Bitcoin on the logarithmic chart down here. If you're using TradingView, you can switch to the I got a beautiful little boxer here. She's going crazy.
Messenger video.
Oh, there's my dad trying to call me. Hasn't called me in months, and now's decided to call me in the middle of this, but that's okay. So what we're going to start by doing is having a look at Bitcoin. I'm basically trading Bitcoin now more than anything, to be brutally honest, because I'm trading large amounts, and I like Bitcoin for the liquidity to get in and out. But the same principles that I use for trading to make a living is the same. So one of the mistakes I'm seeing a lot is people margin trading way too much. So I try to, I did a short trade this morning, but I have a reason when I enter a margin trade. So my first advice to anybody who is trying to make money through crypto trading, I got a beautiful white boxer over here named Lola. She's a 10-month-old puppy. She's going crazy. She's going crazy on the bed right now. So basically, don't margin trade, right? You want to build up your stack slowly, sustainable, and we're going to go through it. So we always start with Bitcoin because it's the daddy. It affects the whole market, and we want to have a look at Bitcoin. So first of all, a couple of weeks back, I had people. It's funny, I had so many people that I talked to at Bitcoin when it was $20,000 and they didn't want to buy it. And then now when it was 55, 56, 54, everybody wants to buy it. And I get phone calls from people. And my advice a couple of weeks ago was wait until Lola, enough. My advice was wait till $47,000 or sub, right? The market was really hot. And we got to remember at the end of the day, the market runs in emotional cycles, right? And it was feeling super, super hot at that time. I still believe that we're going to $100,000, $200,000 wherever we're going, but we don't go there in one hit. Somebody asked me the question the other day, which I found really interesting. They said, "What will we see first? $150,000 Bitcoin or $20,000 Bitcoin?" No, sorry, $100,000 Bitcoin or 20,000. So I'd love to get your opinion on that. What do you think? Which one are we going to see first? Not which one do you hope we're going to see first, but do you think we're going to see 100 grand first before we see 20 grand first again? So give me your opinion on that. So let's jump into this from a technical analysis point of view. And we always start with support and resistance, right? So this was our really strong, clear. And I also work on grid trading, guys, which is something I'll get into shortly with you as well. And we do that in Cryptogasmic in the group to help us get in and out, try to take the emotions out of it. But we always have to start with some really, really simple levels of where our support and where our resistance is. So before we had that breakout, it was pretty clear that, that's our trade. That's the channel that we're trading in right now. Looking at the 6 hour, we can even go out to the 12, no problem. All right. And I always like to start on a longer time frame because we get caught up in these 15-minute, 1 minute, 1 hour charts. And what it does is it really kind of disrupts your thinking as far as where we're really at in the market by watching so much noise. So we try to take some noise out of it, and we can see here what will happen a lot of the times, and we can go back and look at some previous, and we can see clearly that we're parabolic when we look at it like this. When we just put a couple of support and resistance lines. So we were traveling on that. Okay. Resistance, resistance, resistance. We broke it. We came to retry the line, and off it took. 9 times out of 10, we will always retest that break. And once you break that top line and hold support, that's when we get really, really, really bullish. So we were even traveling on that resistance line, which broke, retested, little flag pattern in there, right? And this is what makes crypto trading so easy, right? Even if you just play the consolidation breaks, right? It's just so easy, to all you got to do is mark these bull flags. And as soon as they break, off it goes. And you just have different levels that you go through. So where are we right now? So where we are right now is the $50,000 mark. Obviously, was a very strong psychological point, wasn't it? Okay. So we broke through there. Off we went. We came for the retest and we failed, right? And we failed that for now. Right. Someone's sending me a message saying they can't find it anywhere, bro. Right. Okay. So we failed that, right? So if we were in here and this was the really good take profit area, and we got back into this trade at around about $43,000 in crypto Gasmic, and we took the profits around about 51, left a little bit on the table. But we can see here where I've got the 8, the 50, and the 200 EMAs on there. So fastest, slowest moving averages. And the first thing we notice is that we are holding that daily EMA really, really tight, which is very good news. Once we fall through there and we start opening candles below that, that's when we look to start going short on Bitcoin. So we got to remember, guys, that we need these springboards like this for our prices to take off, right? And forget, all the talk of institutional money that's coming in and all that sort of stuff, because at the end of the day, if somebody buys $1.5 million worth of Bitcoin, they can also sell $1.5 million worth of Bitcoin. So rather than do our trend across the top, I still think we're working on that. And you can see that it is really a good resistance point. So Bitcoin's been in a consolidation now for a couple of days, as you can see, right? However, what I do like is we are now starting to make we're making higher highs. So for us to get really bullish, the time is going to come now. I mean, there's a bit of a red cloud there. The EMA is, so there's quite a bit of sideways movement there right now. So for me personally, I'm more than happy to trade Bitcoin from $43,000 to $50,000 and back and forward all day long. But we're in a real consolidation area now where I think Bitcoin is trying to define its price. And I think we're probably going to stay in this for a little bit longer, which is like a day trader's wet dream, to be brutally honest with you. Let me just check if they got any questions, any chat up here. Nausicaa says, bonjour, I recommend. Thinks it's going to be 100,000 before 20,000. Interesting. I also think that. But it's kind of funny in crypto, isn't it? That it's funny how whatever we think, the opposite usually happens. So for the first time in a while, since January, we've now got a little bit of red cloud there on the daily as well. So what we're really, really, really watching out for right now is this. So I will not be surprised if we see $40,000 again, and I'm going to look a bit closer at that in a minute on Bitcoin. But if we revert to our grid trading, which we do over at Crypto Gasmic, and we look at it this way, which is basically support and resistance, and we want to find really strong pivot points. One thing you'll notice in crypto trading, it is all emotion. So the same pivot points will happen time and time again, and we use that to advantage when we're trading. So what I mean by pivot, that's a very strong pivot point in there. And what makes that strong is that's where it met a heavy resistance, and on quite a few times as well, right? Resistance in there, support in there. So that's a really heavy pivot point there. So we'll just throw a few of these out there for now. All right, there's one there, another one in there, and you can change these pivot points according to your trading requirements. If you're day trading and you're trading 2 full Bitcoins, you just want to trade between one of these grids. If you can get in at 44.5 and get out at 46.5, That's $2,000. If you're trading 2 full Bitcoins, you've just made $4,000. And I want to look at it in the minute. When we put that into perspective with how much the market moves in a day, you will start to see why it's so lucrative. And the biggest other bit of advice I'm going to give everybody out there is I'm not really a big fan of hodling, right, anymore. Somebody who just hodls, it's okay if you're an investor and you've got your job and you go, but if you're a crypto trader and you say hodl, you're not allowing your money to work for you. You use your money to make money. Why keep it in a cold wallet aside? Yeah, okay, it's going to go to 100,000, it's going to go 200,000, but we want to create financial freedom, which means cash flow on a weekly, fortnightly, daily, monthly basis, right? We want to cash profits. There's some days when I've got 5 Bitcoins on the exchange. There's some days where I don't own a single Bitcoin. So I finally learned and woke up and realized that you got to use money to make money, right? And you've got to get your head around that thing. So Nausicaa says, have you got long time holds in altcoins? Yeah, I mean, I know you're pretty new to the group, but we've been in ADA since 19 cents. We've been in DOT since December, since $4, Uni since $8. You know, but even like long-term holds, I think it's important to find a place to exit and then re-enter at a cheaper price, you know. Otherwise, and it's cool if you just want to invest long-term, buy it and don't even look at it. Look at it at Christmas time and see what it's worth. Why go through the emotional roller coaster of Blockfolio and crypto if you're just going to hold long term, right? So first thing you got to do, guys, is work out for yourself. If we've got anybody watching on TradingView, let me know by chat, because I'm not sure whether this stream is actually working on TradingView or it's not. I never know whether it's actually, let me just check quickly to see whether it is happening or not. Just want to check it really quickly. Streams. Yeah, it seems to be, nope, hang on. Anyway, yep, it looks like it's working, right? So just checking this, guys, to make sure that it is actually working. I think it is, but anyway, let's see what happens there. So we'll move on. All right. Okay, guys, so let's get back into this now. So sorry, I went a little bit off course there, but if somebody could drop me a message on TradingView in the chat just to let me know if they're getting this or not. All right, so let's get back into the Bitcoin. So right now, you can see we're actually trading upwards in 2 grids. So my target here on Bitcoin on this trade is 49,639. Okay, that is what we're looking at. Let's just move that down and tighten that up a little to make sure that's where we are. Yeah, I like that grid position, I think. Maybe at the bottom of that candle in there. Yeah, you can see, so we got these candles we got here. So we might now, and this is the great thing about trading the grids, right? We're only looking at it grid per grid per grid. If you want to trade long term, just get rid of some of these grids in the middle, right? And do the bigger. Then you're trading Bitcoin from 46.3 to 49, or however big you want to do it, but find those pivot points. So I want to move on from Bitcoin, because what I do think is we got to, so now, right now we're moving on this trend. We find support 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times really cleanly right there. So we're really holding this $46,000 mark really, really well. So I have a very simple strategy right now, which is anytime we fall below 46,500, I just start buying Bitcoins down to here. or parts thereof, 0.25, 0.25. I call them safety trades, right? And then we're looking for that bounce up, because I want to show you this, guys. Now, if we look at this on a weekly chart, okay, let's look at Bitcoin on a weekly chart. And this is when you're going to see what I say about using your money to make money. Let's say you've got 2 Bitcoins sitting in your wallet, in your Trezor somewhere, and you're sitting there busting your balls at a job, right? But you've got $100,000 in Bitcoin that you could be using to make money, right? So let's look at this. So let's look at the last weekly candle. It went from 40, let's call it 43,000 to 57,000. That's $10,000 move, right, on Bitcoin in 1 week. And again, this is aimed at people who want to have financial freedom and are looking to cash profits and make money. Obviously, if you're a long-term holder and just a hodler, you know, I'll save you a lot of time. Bitcoin will be $100,000, $200,000 by the end of the year. No need to look at anything between now and then. But if you're looking to sort of get in, get out, and just trade, whether it's daily or weekly or swing or whatever you want to do, we can look at it quite, I mean, and now look how far away, since we broke through the red cloud, we are from that weekly cloud, okay? So common sense and TA would tell us that we do need to move a little bit back in towards that red cloud. So we may see a bit of sideways movement. We can see the last serious consolidation area on a long time frame is between 29 and 40. So I would not be surprised again that we get a couple of days at some point. It may not be tomorrow, it may not be next week, when we do get we're going to wake up to a washout. And what we have to learn to do, guys, is the way the market will work. Let's look at it back here. All the people buying, that needs to be washed out for the market to run. And look at that. It's washed out nearly 3/4 of it, right? So if we put a fib over that, sorry guys, what am I doing? So we just put a fib, just even over that basic run, right? 88.3 retracement is the solid, is the wicks, but the bodies, I mean, 78.6 completely. So a 3/4 retracement of this run. So you got to get your mind, start thinking, you don't want to be that guy or girl who is getting washed out. You want to be the person that does the washing out. Why not take your profit up here at 10,000 and rebuy Bitcoin at 5,000? Why not, right? If that's the way you want to do it. Or why not trade it all the way up, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, and use the money to live your lifestyle. So the first thing you got to do is work out what it is that you want from crypto trading. What is it that you want? For me, I know what I want. It's like, I don't want to do another job. I don't really want to start another business right now. I want financial freedom. I want to fly business class. I want to stay in nice hotels. I want to pay my rent. I want to go to restaurants. I want to go out with all my buddies. So for me, it's about creating money. Now, do you want to sit there and do 10 margin trades a day that, you know, with $20 and make $100 and graft away? Or would you rather just do 1 or 2 trades and close $700, $800, $1,000, $2,000 a trade? I know which one I want to do. So back on track with Bitcoin. You can see now on the last week, big red candle. Now we're finding some support. So that 44, 43 area, and all our EMAs are pointing upwards. So anytime we kind of get down in this area, I'm just buying and that's it. There's not really a lot of science or TA to it, purely based on that we're holding that $40,000 mark really well. Now, if I get it really wrong and it blows all the way down, the worst thing that happens is I still own my 4 Bitcoins or my 3 Bitcoins, whatever I've got on the exchange that I'm trading. Okay, but this is why I like to take my profits, and I've just done an ADA trade, which we're going to look at the moment. So we can see there that run is quite parabolic. Okay, so we got to expect some kind of a retrace on this at some point. Okay, so even if we look from here, You know, even a 50% retrace brings us to 35. It can't be out of the equation, guys. And that's why I asked the question, what are we going to see first, 20,000? Or maybe I should ask you this. Will we see 30,000 before we see 70,000? Let's tighten it up. Answer the question in the comments below, guys. Which one do you think we'll see first? So time to take a question or two before we move on to another coin. Good afternoon, Mr. Scott Sorensen. Good afternoon. Risk of coins being hacked this year, likely a DeFi one. Any thought? Risk of coins being hacked this year. Well, all I can tell you is this, right? I've lost money on a Trezor through bugs and through shit. I've lost money on exchanges over the years through being hacked, through being fizzed. A lot of mistakes over the years. So I don't really have any thoughts on the exchanges getting hacked. I mean, I don't have everything on the exchange, obviously. But if you own 5 Bitcoins, use 2 of them to trade and make $10,000, $20,000 a month. Why not? That's all I'm saying. So moving on, I want to look at ADA. ADA is one of my top picks for this year. I just closed an ADA trade, made $800 for today, which is okay on that one. So look, ADA, we got it in Cryptogasmic. We announce every January 5 coins for our group to really get into. One of the biggest mistakes that I see is people have just got too many coins. And especially if you're trading and you're trading bigger amounts, just 1 or 2, because it takes a lot of work to monitor and keep your eyes on that trade. So ADA, we got into ADA at 19 cents back in December. And we started taking some profits out around $1.30 not so long ago. And it was a good move. So, but I am trading this baby all the way up. So this is what I see with ADA. Let's look at this on a 4-hour because I trade this one quite regularly. So running a little bit of a resistance run actually has just broken through that and is now trying to push back up. So after the massive run that it did have, and again, you can see, right, all you had to do really was chart these breaks. Bang. You got a long right through there. Right? We need these springboards to go like this. So this is why it's important when you get up in the morning to do your preparation, do your charts, even if it's simple trends, resistance, wedges, trading channels, that sort of stuff, right? Set your alarms. It is so easy to do. Really it is. So after this little run here, we're now being washed out. So we made the right move, taking our profits up in this area. And we now have a very clear resistance area that we're working on. And this broke the other day, and we pointed this out in the group, right? This blue triangle. And look at that. The minute it broke through that grid, through the EMA, and the more areas of confluence you have, the bigger the signal. You can't just say, oh, it's fallen behind the EMA. That's a signal. There's got to be a few things put together. So at that point, we fell through the EMA, we fell through the grid, we fell through the top of the green cloud, and we fell through the bottom of this consolidation. Okay, so that presented an amazing opportunity to that's why we take the profits, because then you got dollars aside to buy this up. Now I was looking for this grid, so I had orders placed. I had $1 and I think I averaged out about $1.08 in the end. I had some here and some around here, so we averaged at $1.08, and I just took some profits now at $1.17 and 30. So we use this trading sheet, right? And I didn't have a hell of a lot on this. But just today, yeah, those two, and I've only done probably 10 minutes worth of work today on these trades. So I closed that one for $780, and I did a really quick short on XTZ. So that's $1,000 for today. That's my goal, is to try to make $1,000 a day. So ADA is a really good coin to chart, and happy to see that we've just broken that resistance. So what does that mean? This could be a fake out, or it could be a real push to another side. So let's have a look. Let's get rid of all of these grids for now. Okay, so we're making these nice consolidation flags on a 1 hour. These are really nice bull flags that are starting to emerge. I'm loving that we've pushed above these EMAs, and now we're going to be retesting this. So for me, I'd be saying as long as we can hold the support on that $1.15, anything around $1.15 could be a good buy, and we can see our next strong consolidation area grid is through the $1.25, $1.26. So I'm going to stick with trading ADA on the way up, on the way down. And, you know, what we will see a lot of times as well, and it will, you know, depend on whether we can hold or break that consolidation that we've just broken. This will usually see a nice run up, but we do have some red cloud there as well, okay, which we have to take seriously. So this could be a cloud to cloud bounce. And again, as you look at it, as it moves further away from the green cloud, it has to move in. And all it's done, and you know, I see people going, oh, ADA, what a mistake to get into it. And you've bought it at the wrong time. So this is where patience comes in. You got to look at that and you got to go, wow, like, you know, that red candle there was a big giveaway. And if we go and we look at volume, right, another little trick that you can look at, okay, let's go back and look back here. Let me get rid of that Ichimoku cloud. Okay. So let's look at here, these two candles here. So big cloud, not a hell of a lot of price movement. Big volume candle, I mean. What we want is, as soon as we start getting big candles with not a lot of value on our price action, we got to start thinking that maybe this is starting to slow down. So even back here, if we start having a look, these two candles probably look the same size, but look at the amount of volume that went into the candle there for that result, and then even more volume for that result. That's kind of a first sign. Then we start looking at things like our RSI. We can see it moving up, moving up, moving up, moving up. It starts to bend around about there on the green in here, right? So it's starting to point down, yet our trend is pointing up. That's called bearish divergence, right? So that means this is probably a point where we should look to take some profits. But it's funny how the retailers and the people out there chasing ADA, that's the price that they want to start buying it because they feel safer because it's going and going and going up. So you got to start looking at these kind of things. So if we look at ADA the way it is now, okay, there is a couple of concerning things for me again. So look, big volume, decent price range. Let's find another candle with the volume around about the same. Okay, that's, you know, I mean, right now that's telling me, and I'm sure if we put the candles on as well, it's probably going to be some spinning tops. Okay, let's have a look. Let's get rid of the volume. Okay, so a lot of spinning tops back here, and what they are, that's a lot of indecision in the market. That's what that is there, right? A lot of indecision there. So there was a hammer candle there. That was not confirmed, but it was a good sign to say something might be coming up. So we got in on that grid, and now we're really testing this resistance area. Now, I'm not going to run back out and buy ADA here for a trade, purely because those green candle bodies are getting smaller. We've resisted this line a couple of times now on the 3 hour. We're resisting on the daily, and the daily is about to close soon, I think, a couple of hours. All right, and you can see the 12-hour candle before was like a lot of price action from $1.03 to $1.17, but we closed at $1.12. So that tells me that there's a real battle going on between buying and selling and buying and selling and buying and selling. So ADA, I am really long on. Basically, my prediction for ADA in the beginning of January was $1 by the end of the year. Well, we did that in a month. But I do think this needs to burn out, and you can see if we close this in on a daily, that there is that down pattern happening. So for me, again, ADA, any run down below $1.10 down to $1, I'm going to jump in and try to make money on my grids. If you want to be an ADA longer term, I don't know how many more opportunities you're going to get, but also we got to look at this realistically, guys. Like, I mean, with this run, okay, with this run that we've had, and you can see here again, so we were on that. I wouldn't, I mean, you can't put it out of the question that this is not going to come back and retest that support through 60 cents. So don't get caught out, guys. And this is another reason why I buy, sell, go in, go out, go in, go out. Because, and another thing, whenever it's feeling like it's kind of indestructible is usually when it kind of dies on you, right? So let's look at a couple of other things, right? So again, we were traveling on that until we broke. So that might be more of a support and resistance. Plus, we can also see we had a really strong consolidation buying area through there. So that's the area, if you want to go long term, that you want to be looking at. And that's just going to require some patience. That is just going to require some patience. But I don't think here now is the price to go out and buy that. I'm going to take a look at one more coin, at Ethereum, before I see if there's any coins that you guys want me to look at. And then we'll do a quick recap. So Ethereum, same thing. My target for Ethereum was $2,000. So we nailed that one. And my plan was to completely get out of Ethereum at $2,000. And I just think there was better value elsewhere. And it's kind of weird because I was really, really into Ethereum. It was one of my big calls from the beginning of the year. But I do think the Ethereum system is broken. I think it needs to be fixed, and I think that might cause some capitulation, but I think that's going to cause an amazing opportunity to buy Ethereum again at great prices, right? Ethereum, I thought it was just gone. I wouldn't be surprised to see Ethereum again at 1,200, 1,000, and if it is, I will buy a lot of it up because I don't think it's actually going anywhere, to be brutally honest. So, all right. If you do get any coins you want me to look at, let me know, guys, because I can only be on here for a few more minutes today. Oh, there we go. Nice to see some guys. Jess Leb, can you look at Atom? Sure, I can. I'll look at Atom for you. It's one that's kind of starting to become on my radar. But let's have a really quick look at Ethereum right now. Okay. So my play for Ethereum, let's get rid of all of it, basically is to buy in this green box. Anywhere sort of below 1,380 down to 1,000 is kind of, I'm okay to start accumulating Ethereum again. And I did put this out in the signals on cryptogasmic.com today. And you can see there's a lot of signals there, all being very, very successful. All being very, very good. So Ethereum was outperforming Bitcoin for the first couple of months of the year, but again, climbed above. Well, we can even look at that, right? Very strong points, this, guys, and this is with people who say TA doesn't work or whatever. It's not a coincidence that is a constant resistance that it just couldn't get above, right? And this is just very, very easy to see. So this was the channel we were in. Now, at this point, it had a little fake out, didn't it, right? We were either going to go channel to channel, which is what we really want as traders. What we want is to buy here and sell here, and then go short to here, and then go long to here, right? But at some point, these wedges are usually going to break out. In this kind of direction, they'll usually have a breakdown to the bottom side. If they break to the top, it becomes really, really, really bullish. So for me, there's some worrying signs there for Bitcoin. It's fallen through where it was traveling. So right now, and then it's come back to retest that, and it just can't break back into that channel. It's holding resistance on the EMAs. So I still think that maybe we need a bit more bleeding out of this. You can see this massive run up of Ethereum from 700 up to 1,300. So again, patience. I'm not going to jump into Ethereum right now. you want to try to get it as low as you possibly can. And even if I just use my simple grids, okay, that's a very strong point there that you can see that it's holding. There's another one there. Down there. So these are the grid areas I'm looking for right now, right? There's another one right in there. Okay. So right now we're traveling in that 1448 to 1597 grid. I don't think that right now would be the time to get into Ethereum again. Right? I would probably play these grids, meeting resistance there. I wouldn't be surprised again if we're going to see this grid here, 1446, and down into here, 1348. So these are the areas that you're more likely going to make money, and I think this one is a real chance as well, that 1215. So this is kind of the area that I'm interested to look at Ethereum again. I still think we're going to see 2000 again, and if it runs from here up to there, so be it. There's 2,000 other coins where I can make my money. And that's my thoughts on Ethereum. So somebody just asked me about Atom. Let's have a quick look at that. Okay, it's not one I haven't charted. I do need to start getting it onto my radar. I haven't really looked at it. I don't know a hell of a lot on the fundamentals of it. You know, my picks for this year were DOT, Uni, ADA, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. That was my, and Tezos. So, but you know, obviously, if you got into this last year, you've done well. Really strong consolidation points through there. So once that broke, and you can see that it came back and it retested. It always retests. That's why you don't want to buy it as it runs off, guys. And this is why the trading grids are a really good idea. And if you're interested in more of that, come and join us over at cryptogasmic.com. Get a free membership, and we'll give you an upgrade for free so you can check it all out. So Atom for me is looking quite hot right now, and if you got in cheaper, probably a good place to take some profits, I would say. There's not a hell of a lot of previous information there, and you know, you're going to always meet the people who are going to say it's an amazing project, don't sell it, don't hold it. But I'm just going to tell you kind of what I'm seeing in the charts. So the positive that I'm seeing, and it kind of looks like it could be a good chart to trade, actually. It's remaining quite clean. So it peaked out there, right? And it's finding resistance. So it's currently in resistance as well. So you got to try to recognize these things early before it ends up, you know, and this is the way they work, right? Like this. And then before you know it, right, your Atom's back to $10. It had a massive run. Things are starting to turn on the 4 hour. On the 6 looks good. 12. Daily's going nowhere. 3 days start to turn. So there could be a bit more of a potential for another run here. So what I would suggest that you do with Atom, and I don't know what perspective you want me to look at this. Is it a perspective to buy, to sell? But again, it's making really nice breaks of consolidation flags. All right. Pretty simple and basic TA. So I would do this with Atom, and I'm going to do this with Atom. Broken through, retested. So what you want to do is set an alarm just above this EMA here. Okay. you don't want to get into it right here. You do not want to get into this coin right now because you don't know if this is going to go up, meet resistance, and do another drop here. What I would say is it seems to be holding that 1645 area pretty well. So if I was going to draw a grid in there, I'd probably look in there. Let's get in there. Let's get those bodies in there. Probably even in there, to be honest. Let me see. Well, let's go there. Okay, so 1636, definitely in the question again, and it's just a simple. Some of this needs to be washed out. Okay, where's my cloud? Where's my volume? So again, yeah, I mean, there's quite a bit of selling, a bit of pressure there. People are getting rid. So this is quite a strong 1, 2, 3 triple bottom. There's definitely room in here to trade this back up to even back into $23. So I wouldn't be running out and buying it here now. You're safer to buy it on a breakout of here, on a breakout and a retest that holds. So you're better off buying this at around $20, which is a big psychological market as well. And you can see it around this same area. It was a big sell-off last time, right? Big sell-off last time. Big sell-off last time. So these are real critical points around this $20, $21 mark. So even if you did get in there, there's not a lot of room in there for profits. I'd be waiting again to see how strongly this bottom of this cloud, this sub $17 looks, and I'd be looking at that. And then the first point of interest to me would be this 18 whatever around that. And then if we can break any resistance there, get out. If it breaks through, you can improve your position. But then you're going to be looking for this grid here around about the $21 mark. And if you can get through that, you'll probably sail on up to 26 again. So I hope that worked. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. So that's it for me. Let's see where everything goes from there. I've got to run now. I've got a few other things to do. I'll be back in a few days for another Bitcoin report. I do think we're going to retest that $51,000, $52,000 area again one more time on this run. Okay, so right here in this grid, well, what's that, 49? So we want to try to see this 51.66, and you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, really strong area there. So you should already be in a trade right now. If you're not, then yeah, we're looking for that through there. That's a really strong line, that 51,401. So if you're in at 49 or you're in at 48 or 46, 47, that's the target you're looking at, is that 51. And that's it. So don't forget to come over and join us at cryptogasmic.com. Give us a like on YouTube. And I look forward to doing this for you again real soon. Follow me on TradingView, Facebook group, Cryptogasmic, cryptogasmic.com, YouTube, all of it. All right. Stay happy, everybody. Love you all. Take care. And until next time, be kind to each other and be really kind to yourself. Bye-bye.